Hi, third grade. This is Social Studies for Tuesday, May 5th. And we are working on the executive branch. You are going to watch this video, then you are going to, step 2 is to write the terms on your Google form in your notebook on your executive branch page. And step 3 is to answer the questions on the Google form and then submit them to me. Some of the questions have to just do with your new terms today, and some of them will be questions from this video. So make sure you're paying attention. You can always go back and listen again if you miss something and you don't understand a question, okay? All right, so last time we worked on 3 terms, the president, the vice president, and the cabinet. And we know that the executive branch is in charge of carrying out the laws made by the legislative branch. Right, so they write the bills, they try to write the laws, and then once they're passed and the president signs off on them, then it's the executive branch to enforce the laws. Okay, so we're going to read a little bit about the executive branch today from our book. Okay, learn a little bit more. So the president's job, after being elected, it's time for the president to go to work. The president is head of the executive branch. He appoints or chooses 15 people to assist him. This group is called the president's cabinet, and we talked about the cabinet last time. The cabinet members give the president suggestions about running the country. They also lead departments in the executive branch. For example, the Secretary of State leads the State Department. So the State Department is a huge agency, and the Secretary of State is the cabinet head of that department. And here's a very old picture of a cabinet for the president. Let's see, which president? Oh, William McKinley. William McKinley. Look how old this picture is. So this tradition goes back a long time. Even today, our president has a cabinet. Okay, the president works with the legislative branch. People in this branch pass bills to make laws. The president then approves or vetoes the bills. The president also works with the judicial branch. He chooses the justices or judges for the Supreme Court. The people of the legislative branch then vote to approve the justices. So we talked a little bit about how we have set up our government in these 3 branches to keep any one part from having too much power. So the executive branch, the president may choose the judges, but then the legislative branch has to vote on that person that the president chooses, so they get a say. He can't just put whoever he wants on there. So there's a balance of power there, okay? That's very important in our country. And here's a picture of a justice being sworn in on a Bible. Okay. The president is also the commander-in-chief of the United States Armed Forces. He can decide to send troops into battle. In addition, the president is head of the state. He represents the United States in other countries. The president often meets with leaders of other countries to keep good relations. So that is another name you'll hear for the president. You'll hear the president being called the commander-in-chief. One of his main jobs is he is the head of all the armed forces, which is a pretty big job. Our military does wonderful and great things all over the world, and the president is the head of all of that. So that's a pretty big job for him. And here's a picture of some of our soldiers in action. Okay, I think for now I'm going to stop there because next time we're going to dive more into the day in the life of a president, and we're going to talk a little bit about the White House. So we'll stop there for now. Complete your terms. All the correct spellings are there for you, so just transfer those terms to your notebook so you have them. One thing I want to caution you about, the reason that I typed in the terms this time is so that you would have the correct spelling. If you mistype in your answers to your questions on your form, I believe it will mark you as incorrect. So be sure to take your time and type in your answers with the correct spelling, and if you need to scroll up and look for the spelling, it's all right there for you, okay? And I believe that covers it for today. And next time we meet, we'll talk more about the White House and perhaps even talk about what happens when you write to the White House. See you next time.